happy Halloween, by the way. This is Pumpkin Mansion. I wanted to leave this episode specifically for this day on Halloween. So this is first perfect. Oh my god, look at that. I love how beautifully rendered the pumpkins are. This feels like something straight out of like Nightmare Before Christmas. Or for those of you that have seen Night of the Werehog, remember that Marza animation. So as you see here, you see a lot of like Sonic Adventure 2 isms. For example, there's the Pumpkin Hill Hills from Pumpkin Hill. Look at that grammar, right? The Pumpkin Hill Hills from Pumpkin Hill. But, yes, and, oh, look at the moon here. The moon here is just so gorgeous. It's so big and yellow. It feels like something straight out of Nightmare Before Christmas. All you're missing is, like, that hill from Halloween Town. But, imagine if someone were to mod, like, a Halloween Town, stage for this game. That'd be pretty cool. But I digress. But anyway, yes. Oh, my God, yes. Halloween. A place full of candy, and I mean, I'm pushing 30, so like I can't really trick or treat anymore, but I can still eat candy during Halloween. So yeah, there's that. But yes, before we delve into these, oh look at again the pumpkins. Look at how beautifully rendered the pumpkins are. Like it's literally perfect. I absolutely love it. Like I absolutely love it. Like actually really damn cool. Oh, look at that. Look at how beautifully rendered the pumpkins are. It's just so cool. Ugh, look at that view. I love that view. Like, that is so perfect. That's so thumbnail worthy. That's so thumbnail worthy. Like, legit, that's thumbnail worthy. Like, I feel like Jack Skellington is about to come out of nowhere, like, beating the devil out of Oogie Boogie. One thing that this level absolutely gets right is just, like, the atmosphere. And you see a lot of the ghosts here just having fun, just witnessing the spookiness of this track. And just even from the hall here, like, as you enter for the first 3 laps of this treat. This is arguably one of my favorite tracks in this game, by the way. Like, this is definitely in my top 5. Like, Pumpkin Mansion is just amazing. Oh, and we see here, as we enter the mansion, you see the beautiful armor. The beautiful armor of... and it's just so cool. The beautiful armor. And you see a lot, again, the pumpkins. Sega does a real good job. Sega is the Pumpkin King. Sega is the Pumpkin King of video games. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. And then you see, yep, these, okay, so we see these ghosts that, funny enough, look similar. They kind of have a face similar to Jack Skellington. I guess I can't tell if they're dancing, or they're just having a staring contest. I guess this is their way of just, since they can't speak, they can only stare at each other's, like, spirits. I mean, they are the spirits, they're dead. But they're just staring at each other, calmly. Menacingly, or calmly. It's just so intimate. It's kind of weird. But yeah, and we see these ghosts kind of doing the same thing, but they're just staring at each other menacingly. Oh my god, those eyes, those horrible yellow eyes. And you just see like the Great Pumpkin from Charlie Brown. It's like, look, it's the Great Pumpkin. Oh man, for those of you, some of you don't even know what Charlie Brown is. That's a shame. I'm pushing 30. Oh my god. But yes, again, I love the decor here. Like the gothic macabre decor of this. This is like the perfect Halloween stage for like any racing stage in like Halloween. What grammar? What Halloween grammar? But yes, this definitely feels like a lot of spooky-isms. That's a word. A lot of spooky-isms. And then you see more of these ghosts calmly dancing with each other, just staring. Because I guess that's all they can do is just stare since they're dead. They can't really be intimate. Is there a thing as ghost intimacy? I don't think so, because they're dead. But as we enter further in here, we see more of the spooky armor, the well-done armor, and more of the pumpkins here. Now, this is where you kind of lead into a crossroads here. This is where you kind of lead into a crossroads here, because you see here, there's 2 paths you can take. For example, let's go here, for example, and then already you see, oh wow, you see a lot of paintings, a lot of spooky paintings, and then you see this couple here with with pumpkin heads. Oh man, so I wonder, was this mansion owned by like a family of Dullahans? Because you see a couple with the pumpkin heads. Like, are they Dullahans? Probably. And then you see, is that like Pumpkin Mansion? No, is that like Pumpkin Hill like backwards? I think that's Pumpkin Hill like backwards, or maybe that's just pictures of like the area, the actual area itself. And then we see more paintings here, which is pretty damn interesting. Really well done. Yeah, we see more paintings here, kind of more circling. And we see, I guess, whoever this woman is, who also has a pumpkin head, is she also a Dullahan? Probably. I'm gonna assume they're Dullahans. I'm just gonna make that assumption. I'm gonna assume they're Dullahans. But yeah, you see the outside here. Very, very cool. Very, very cool here. Yeah, so this portal here actually leads to, like, upside down here. So if you notice up here, yeah, that's, like, going totally, like, backwards. Because you see up here, and it leads to the ultimate path here, where it kind of leads here. And it's the same thing with the... What grammar? I know. And it's the same thing with, like, the other side here. Again, you see more of the same paintings from the other side that you notice. What grammar? And, oh, there's this other painting of the family of Dullahans and their Dullahan child. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But yes, as you enter here, it leads you upside down, upward here. Because if you notice the dash panels, that's where you kind of lead yourself into this area here, where it will ultimately lead you to downward here, which will be leading into the dining hall. Now, this particular area of Pumpkin Mansion kind of reminds me of Hogwarts a little bit, but not really, but kind of somewhat. So this is the dining hall area of the Pumpkin Mansion. And as you see, there's like Halloween cakes. There's cakes with like spooky, gigantic marshmallows, I assume. And just nothing but cakes, and there's pots here that are holding food. I'm assuming there's red here. I'm assuming that's wine. I'm assuming that has to be red wine of some sort. I'm assuming that has to be like red wine of some sort. And yeah, you see a hall of sweets. A hall of cakes. I don't know how long those cakes have been sitting there for. Or however long that wine has been sitting there for. Because all of the inhabitants are dead. Is there a way that Dullahans can eat somehow? Probably. I don't know. I'm not a Dullahan. I can't speak for Dullahan since I'm not a Dullahan. I mean, the recent Dullahan that I know is Celty Sturluson from the anime Da-Da-Da-Da. That's one of my favorites of all time. You should watch it, by the way. But a lot of questions here. But you can't really question it too much since this place is indeed a haunted area. One thing I forgot to notice here also is like the clock. That's an interesting clock. That's an interesting clock. It just stays at 9:35? No, 8:35. It's basically it's 8:35 forever in this particular stage. But yes. Okay, so we've gone through the dining hall area, which is pretty interesting. Before we go downwards here, I want to see how it is outside here. And yeah, there's just a lot of barren stuff here. You know, it's a lot of grass and all that stuff, because, yeah, we are definitely in Pumpkin Mansion. Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Oh, yes. Yes, this area here. Oh, that's interesting. I have not seen that before. So, I guess it's a glitch, or some kind of... It's some kind of glitch, I don't know. But it's emanating from that particular warp ring. But as you enter here, you actually see... this particular area, this is green goo, this green slime area. And you just see this gigantic pumpkin patch. Now, you do notice this later on in the level, but I just want to notice that you can actually enter it through that particular warp ring there if you want to go past. And then you see more of these beautiful, gigantic pumpkins. It is pumpkin season, and it'll be pumpkin season a little bit more even after Halloween, because November is a big pumpkin day for a lot of it's a big pumpkin month for a lot of pumpkin people. That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. We go down to one of the more ominous parts of the Pumpkin Mansion level, and it's this sewage part, where if you go to each sewage area, it's like nothing but like green sewage and like green slime. Is the slime enchanted? I don't know. What is that? Oh, I think it's just it's just a tree root that leads into another pumpkin patch. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is Halloween indeed. Anyway, but yes, nothing but green slime. Is this green apple? Is this green apple liquid? Probably not, because these are all like, this is occupied by like haunted ghosts. This place is haunted. This place is absolutely haunted. So there's a good likelihood that if you consume this, you will die and become a ghost. You will float like them, because here in Pumpkin Mansion, we all float here. We all float here. Yeah, Pennywise is definitely not in this pumpkin mansion here. Definitely not. But yes, you see here more of these beautiful pumpkin 3D models here, and it's just so cool, especially with like this ominous green goop of death. I guess this is used to feed. Maybe this is ghost wine. Maybe this is ghost wine of some sort. I don't know. I don't know. But again, very beautiful. Again, I love the architecture. Love the architecture. I say architecture a lot, but again, the pumpkins are really well done in this. Like the ominous macabre vibe. They did a really good job here. And what leads to... Oh, what is this? What the... Okay, I was... I was not paying attention. I was not paying attention. Okay, so that... Oh, and that ghost disappeared. Okay, so the... Okay, that's all... Okay, so it's a looping animation with the ghost. It's a looping animation with the ghost. Okay, because if you see here, yeah, he's just going. He's just going. And then it just boop. And then right there. Oh my god. I cannot believe that jump scared me. I cannot believe that jump scared me. Oh man, I cannot believe that jump scared me. I'm actually... My pride's shot now. My pride's absolutely shot. Anyway, so now we're going into the latter half of Pumpkin Mansion. Which is, again, you gotta appreciate the architecture here. This is where you go to a lot of, like, these turns here. You see, these ghosts, they have tails that will actually hold some item boxes, which you can grab, of course. Now, the turns here, you gotta be really careful, of course. Because, well, because there's a certain gimmick with this particular, like, turn, and I'll have to see, because, like, either one of these pumpkins will appear, and then it'll lead into one of two areas. And whether those two areas activate depends on... it feels like it's kind of random, but I don't know. I guess it depends on the placement. But, oh my god, I love these pumpkins so much. Oh my god, yes. Like, I inject these pumpkins into my veins. Actually, please don't. That would probably not be good. That would probably game end me. I don't want that. But yes, these pumpkins will disappear, and that will kind of illuminate parts of the road. I believe it's random. I don't think it is. Maybe it's predetermined, depending on the lap. But I realize that usually the opening of the left always opens in the first lap. At least for me. At least most of the time. But yes, and then you see we get into the final parts of this track here. And there are differences with the third lap, which we will delve into. These floating tombstones. These floating tombstones, which is absolutely... It's kind of... And you gotta be careful here, because this is the part where a lot of people activate all of their items, you know, for the baggers and all that stuff. So you gotta be careful with that. But yes, these floating obstacles, tombstones, and then we see a lot of these ghosts just watching with a lot of the... I'm assuming... I can't tell if these tombstones are exactly from Pumpkin Mansion, or from Hang Castle, or maybe they're similar. They're at the very least similar. And I want to take a closer look here as well of these Pumpkin Mansion. I want to take a closer look at these Pumpkin Hills. And yeah, very, very ominous. I know I already took a look at this already, but yeah, pretty cool. As we go further here, you see more of these Pumpkin Hills, and some of them are floating in thin air because, you know, Halloween. And just look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow. And just look at that. It kind of reminds me of, like, the Walt Disney logo. But I guess just, like, ominous. I don't know. That's pretty interesting to me. That's pretty interesting to me. Even just looking at the outside of this mansion here, just the architecture of the mansion is just so well done. It reminds me a lot of Hogwarts. Like, a lot of Hogwarts a little bit. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Especially with this angle here, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Hogwarts. I guess with the Victorian architecture. I guess if that's a proper word to like word it per se. But look at that view, man. Oh, so beautiful. So gracious. I love it. I love refrigerators. I absolutely love refrigerators. Again, I have to ask, if I consume this, will I die? Probably not. I probably won't game end myself by just eating this egg. Yeah, we see more of the pumpkins here. These ominous... Oh, the lighting. Another thing I want to say about the stage. The lighting is perfect. The lighting, the ambiance, the atmosphere is just perfect with this stage. And I'm assuming this is like a silo of some sort. I'm assuming this is like a silo of some sort, probably. Probably. I don't know, probably. But, yes, and you see the skybox kind of forming in about myself. Okay, anyway. Did it just change its expression? Look at that. Yeah, it did. It absolutely did. That's kind of funny. But yeah, you see, like, the beanstalk vines just encapsulating a lot of just the beautifully colored pumpkins. Again, it's just so damn beautiful, man. Absolutely gorgeous. This stage as a whole is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, again, I love well-crafted. The spookiness, everything. This stage is perfect, especially with the theme that it's trying to go for. It's just absolutely perfect with the views, like everything that it's built upon. It's just so perfect, man. It's just absolutely so perfect. Oh yeah, we're about to exit the skybox here. We're about to exit the skybox. Yeah, they made the skybox pretty large for this one. They made the skybox pretty large for this one. Oh, things are getting lighter. Things are getting absolutely lighter. Yep, and we are officially outside the skybox. There it is. Pretty large. Definitely one of the larger skyboxes in this game for sure. Oh, yeah, that changed. oh, it's black now. It's black now. Okay. So, if I turn around, will I see the time trial stage, or will I see the stage in reverse? And we see the stage in reverse. Absolutely. Now, obviously, I think if I go a certain way, we will find the time trial stage, because we are in time trial mode right now. But, yes, this actually looped us to the other side of the stage, which is pretty damn cool. Just like the other stages we've discovered throughout this series. But yeah, as you see here, there's this road that happens on the third lap, but it kind of illuminates as you're driving. As you kind of see there, the road kind of illuminates. It's not illuminating now, since I kind of already went past it, but yeah. That's like one of the main differences with lap 3. And of course with, again, I also want to notice this pumpkin that you kind of enter here while getting a powerful item. I think is super damn cool. I think it's really, really cool. But yes, this also activates, again, I think these activate at random. At least that's what I've noticed. They activate at random between, like, the stages. Well, between the laps. That's what I mean, between the laps. So, I think that's pretty interesting. But, yes. And overall, Pumpkin Mansion, chef's kiss. Absolute chef's kiss of a stage. Like, absolute chef's kiss of a stage. Love it, love it, love it. Perfect theming for Halloween. And, I love it. It's arguably an S tier track for me. One of my favorite tracks, personally, in this game. Might even be top 5. It actually might even be top 5. I have to get a tier list down to just know my favorite stages, so I may have to do that soon. But yes, Pumpkin Mansion, incredible, amazing, and yeah, happy Halloween.